Came to work today wearing my grandmother's couch on his shirt.
There's a reason I dressed up. There's a reason I look like such a badass here today.
Why is that, Rich?
This is the last time we ever get to cast together.
We still have multiple days ahead. I actually don't think that's true. But again, you keep trying to sell this narrative. You're getting so sad. Rich, okay, let's focus on the match.
I'm really excited for this match, honestly. So, you know, when we got here today, I think a lot of people, with good reason, kind of said, hey, look, today looks like it may be a day of blowouts. It could very easily be a day of blowouts. This is one of my most anticipated matches of the day. TK,
for me too, yeah, I agree.
They obviously have a lot to prove. Mindfreak obviously has a lot to prove, and I kind of feel like they're two teams in completely opposite patterns right now. TK, and this isn't necessarily a shot against them, it's just a fact, they kind of seem like they're a team on the decline. I
love that because of all the stuff that's blown up with the TK things. Like every time we want to say that something about TK that might not be positive, we have to preface it by saying, it's not my opinion, it's just fact.
yeah. It's also you always have to start out by being like, but I love Kenny. That's like the other thing that you always need to say to start it off.
Chino's a nice guy, too.
Chino's a nice guy.
Yeah, but either way, Mindfreak going up against TK, our second series of the day. The first one, a 3-0 for Vitality over Optic game. I believe Optic have another match today, but I might just be making that up either way.
They do. Optic's going to be playing up against Echo Fox a little bit later on today. You know, the other thing that I wanted to bring up about TK, when we started to look at why I was excited about this series, you know, we're starting to look more and more at how the new map is really going to affect teams. I feel like they're a team that it definitely does harm, but when we look at Mindfreak, how do you feel that this new map really affects them?
I mean, they absolutely are one of those teams that can have some victories based off just the fact that it's one for me that makes sense, and obviously you rotate early and can keep the slaying about even, you should be in a good spot. But for me, it's already funny to see TK banning out that new map because of how poorly they played on it last week, some changes being made. What can TK do here on St. Marie to kick things off? We're watching Chino with that AR in middle map. His one job, watch the sandbags, don't let the other team pinch middle. And because of that stun, they have no chance. A perfect start for TK.
And Kenny going to be able to get that two-piece to start things off. Definitely what you want to see coming out of Kenny, and he's still going right now. Kenny 4-0 to start things off. Game barely even started yet. Now early seconds going to Team Kaliber.
And you saw Chino get an awkward timing there. Thankfully for TK, they should still spawn at that back ammo area. It's already streaks earned from Kenny. He's got 5 of TK's 5 kills. Finally, accuracy getting on the board, and just like that, it's TK losing control of the hill.
20 seconds for TK, though, to get streaks. That is going to be something that we need to keep our eye on. But like you said, Mindfreak going to be able to get some a little bit of scrap time here. You know, they still got 10 seconds inside of Restaurant. Now it's going to be on Team Kaliber to get that early rotation going. Not exactly ideal spawns to do it.
I will say, I think St. Marie Hardpoint is the absolute worst map in all of our rotations to give up streaks for. You can make an argument for Gibraltar as well, but St. Marie, it's just so lethal. Right now, it is Mindfreak in control of both the lead and the hardpoint. TK looking for the retake. There's Kenny on the entry. He's got 2 players inside that white barn. Has he checked it yet? Doesn't appear so, but he's got some help from his teammates. You see accuracy trying to stay alive. It's Buzzo's 2-piece that should swing things to Mindfreak's favor. They held off the first push, and again, keeping the game in their favor.
Yeah, luckily though, for Team Kaliber, they do have that spawn, so they're going to be able to get an extra push here. This should mean a few more seconds here on Winery Lot. But Shock's going to just go off there. That's a 3-piece for him, and now he's going to have streaks as well, somewhat evening the scale and putting them in the lead, like you did mention.
And this is perfect for Mindfreak. They've absolutely read what TK are going to do. Rich, they wind up overextending 3 towards the new hard point. Mindfreak do the same, fighting on a 3 streak. You got Buzzo on a 4 streak. One more kill here. Oh my goodness, Rich. Mindfreak have 5 streaks at their disposal. This game could get out of hand quick as Dens pinches 2. That actually works out for them because TK spawned in the back.
Yeah. So TK is going to spawn in the back here. Now streak's going to be called in from Kenny. And, you know, when Kenny got these streaks here, he's going to be able to pick up 1, maybe even 2. Only going to get 1 with that streak. But the main thing, you talk about how important streaks really are going to be on this map. Now Mindfreak just have so many to work with. They're going to call in some of their own. Shock's going to be able to pick up 2. And all of a sudden, they're going to be getting more hill time here in parking lot, starting to widen the gap. But every single one of these hills, streaks can just be so effective.
Shock's now on a 10-kill streak. You had a combined 16 streak there for a moment. 85-31, TK right now getting smoked off the break. Chino, in theory, a combined 3 and 15.
Just, you can't get over Shocks right now. 10-1. I think we could sit on him all day and be entertained as he hangs out here in parking lot, just racks up those points. Finally cracking 100 is going to be Mindfreak. Team Kaliber still stuck on 30 points. Rotation coming in now, and this is where we need to see Team Kaliber do something.
And let's not forget, we did see Mindfreak 100-point club Optic on St. Marie du Mont hardpoint before, so we know they definitely have the skill on this map to do it. And we know TK have been struggling. Could this be a perfect storm to make it happen again? 114-32 the score. Shocks now on a, oh my God, a 14 streak. He hasn't died since the first hill, Rich.
Yeah, Shocks, enjoy the top 5, buddy. Just enjoy the top 5.
15
now we're gonna see
streak.
calling another one. 15-1. We could spend the entire cash counting that
streak.
16. That's more streaks coming in for him. Just perched up here, just waiting to pick off more. It's a buffet for him right now.
Shocks just cannot be stopped. It seems he's earned more streaks. He might double up on the artillery as well, which that is one of the toughest things to do in competitive Call of Duty. 17 streak. Chino, peak, my friend. Make it 18 for us. Keep the train a-rolling. Here he goes. Now he's dead. Another artillery earned. How about 19 Shocks? How about 19, my friend? He's done a full rotation of hills now since he last died. Finally, he should be cut down in the coming moments, as he's brought himself right in the middle of all the action. There he goes. 18 streak from Shocks. Again, as Rich said, welcome to the top 5 plays.
Definitely going to be enjoying that one. Now Buzzo is going to be able to get an easy 2-piece there. That's going to be some extra points, but they're not really too worried about this contest-heavy hill. I think they just need to keep using their streaks to their advantage, because every other hill after this one's just going to be so easy to mow people down with those streaks. But now Fighter going to be able to get into the back, going to be able to challenge that hill just a little bit more. Denz with a cheeky kill, going to put more points onto the board.
And again, they found the open lane. Again, it's that outside field that he pinches through Arch. TK, if nobody watching it, off the spawns. Mindfreak almost up by 100 seconds. They'll look to get the scrap time. And again, Rich, all these streaks on St. Marie, it's such a deadly combo to have. And with a 100-second lead, again, this is Mindfreak just can't. If they throw this map again, I forever can't believe in them as a team.
But also just think about how Team Kaliber has gotten those 55 seconds onto the clock. There were a few seconds that came in from Winery Lot. They had a decent OE actually go over there, but pretty much everything else is going to be that middle hill. And you can't rely on that. Now a beautiful wave of kills going to come in from Mindfreak, and that kind of negates that Winery Lot that worked for Team Kaliber last rotation.
One streak forces all the players out of their power position. Then you wind up seeing Mindfreak go exactly where they want to go. They get the couple kills they need. Shocks continues to play near flawlessly. 24-4. Another 4 streak. Here comes a glide bomb from TK. They're just using this to try to stop some time from the Australian squad. But again, folks, this is TK being outscored by 2+ minutes on this game and hill.
How many streaks do they even have at this point? I feel like it's one of those things where you could just call in 2 streaks every hill for the rest of the game.
Well, look, you've got Denz now earning more. You've got a fighter pilot still. Can we go to Shocks for a moment? So you have a fighter pilot, another fighter pilot and artillery. And if we go to Denz, he's got the fighter pilot. He's got the glide bomb as well. He just used that. Mindfreak, they're up by 150. They've got 6 streaks still to use. Their artillery and the hard point to add insult to injury. Absolutely insane map 1 to this best of 5.
So, Jack, some people have called you the most analytical mind in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
How on earth would it ever be possible for Mindfreak to throw this map?
At this point, it's not.
Our greatest analytical mind.
It's not possible at all.
Greatest analytical mind.
It's
not possible.
It's gone at this point. There is no way that Mindfreak lose this map. I would get a tattoo of TK on me if they lost this map.
We'll both get tattoos on our faces of TK. Right on our faces, if they manage to come out on top. You get the T, I get the K all day long.
No, I'll get the TK, you get the hashtag all day. How about that?
Kazda's face tattooed on my face.
This is done here, folks. I mean, they can't win off this hard point. They're already on the rotation. They still have streaks at their disposal. If you're a TK fan, yes, Mindfreak have looked good on this map before, but you saw nothing of value to take from this game from your squad. They have just gotten destroyed. Here comes the 100-point club as well. Mindfreak, this is the start you needed of the series, Rich, but now you need to close it out. They need to just win these series. They get a great map, win the next couple games, don't even give TK a chance.
Yeah, I talked to the team a few times in the past, just asked them what they really thought was going wrong. And when I talked to Buzzo, it was like, that's absolutely a beautiful way to end it and a fitting way to end it as well, considering what we saw in it. You can just see right now, shocks. But I talked to Buzzo about what are your biggest problems. It's like we either don't have a hot start or we can't finish inside of a series. They definitely have the hot start now. Now they just need that other piece of the puzzle. But this, obviously big, they want to get that early win, but also when you look at the map, this wasn't really one that they could afford to lose. When we saw that veto process, I think the fact that there was that extra map, Valkyrie was there, that kind of caused the maps to go in the favor of Mindfreak all in all.
I think it's adding that new map has absolutely hurt TK more than probably any other team, but again, it has been absolutely absurd to watch just how good Mindfreak looked on that map from start to finish. We mentioned just how flawless their beginning was. Outside of those opening 25 seconds from Kenny and TK, they literally had nothing else good to take from that.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny, early two-piece, then he gets another two-piece, he goes 4-0, ends up getting the streaks, and then right after that, Shocks just destroys everyone on the map.
I think 18 kill streak is the longest we've had in the CWL Pro League so far, probably one of the longest we've seen on any big match between two top teams. But for TK fans, again, the worries continue to build. Is your days of glory behind you for this roster? We know teams have caught up. That's no longer an argument. We know, they're no longer far and away the best team in Call of Duty, competitive for Call of Duty World War II. But, how far does this tumble continue?
I mean, you say that other teams have caught up. You don't usually go, oh, Mindfreak has caught up. And that's not a shot on Mindfreak. Mindfreak had a long climb to go. They weren't one of the top teams in the world. TK was it. I mean, you can't argue. Obviously, yeah, you can say things about the first LAN event, but you can't say anything about a team taking 2 LAN events in a row. They were the best team at the beginning of this title.
Here's the thing, though. We have seen this from Mindfreak before. The question is, how does TK recover now moving forward in this best of 5 as we head to map 2? Accuracy on your screen. Didn't really see too much out of him in map 1. But again, for Mindfreak, you kind of heard in some of the players on Hot Mic, or Buzzo, I should say, was mentioning how back home when they went down to the APAC region, it was almost like they were worried to scrim. They didn't want to, play worse teams just to have their play style get worse. He said he would watch other teams play and basically be like, wow, my in-game knowledge is just dropping because I'm looking at the wrong way to play from how much they've learned from being.
Sometimes I feel that way when I talk to Maven.
Yeah.
It's a very true thing. Not all practice is good practice.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the reasons why Mindfreak's a particularly exciting team to watch right now. One of the reasons I said this was one of my most anticipated series of the day. Mindfreak isn't going back before Atlanta. Obviously very excited to get to Atlanta and actually see that tournament play out. They're not going back. They're not going to get that Fugazi practice. They're only playing some of the best teams in the league. Last time testing. Pulling out all the stops.
Be surprised to hear that I'm really going to miss it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, man. We've come a really long way together.
We have.
I remember the first day you walked into the office, you asked me to get you a coffee. And now
I just ask every time I see you.
Yeah. Hey, dude, you enjoying that drink?
Yeah, I'm good. But Arden Forest Game 2, we already watched it once today, and we talked about maybe an underdog versus Optic Gaming and how close that map wound up being in that Vitality versus Optic series where Optic won in round 11. Wondering the same here for Mindfreak. TK, one of their biggest struggles as of late has been their search and destroy. Some stats have gone out about how good they looked in S&D when they won those 2 back-to-back events and how poor they've looked in search and destroy here at the Pro League. We'll see if their woes continue. It's Mindfreak on offense to kick things off.
And on the other end, Mindfreak is not a team I'm worried about in search and destroy that much right now. I'm actually not worried about them inside of this search and destroy. I think if Team Kaliber manages to pull this one down, all of a sudden the series really does look wide open. If Mindfreak's able to win this, we'll have to see. These guys already have a lot of history, though, in the past. Now we're going to have to see what they decide to do off the break, and we can see Mindfreak putting a lot of pressure over there on B.
Here we go. Multiple players stacking here. Shocks with infantry instead of armored. That stun cuts him down for a moment, but a great re-challenge into accuracy. First blood for Mindfreak, and now with Shocks in this power position, with Shocks being here, and with no nades left from TK, they basically, their hand is forced to rotate off the site.
Yeah, we already know Shocks is probably the best human being alive at Call of Duty at this moment, on absolute fire. One of the craziest runs that we have seen, one of the craziest kill streaks that we have seen Now Fida over by Logs, looking to pick up a kill, not able to find anything, gets a little bit of information, that's it. Theory going to be the one to contest.
And that's a perfect play from TK. They recognize he's got to fall back because he's weak. They immediately push the site. The fact that Fida is even alive still is perfect from him. My gosh. I thought TK had that when they backed Fida off the site and there was no one there for middle. Fida not only stays alive, he softens up some players. He gets a couple assists from Buzzo. And Mindfreak keep everyone alive.
You know, I do have to say, though, TK, like you already mentioned, they kind of played that perfectly, and then the hero play just comes in on the side of Mindfreak.
Yep.
I think more times than not, TK with a play like that should come out on top in the round, but we are going to see Mindfreak pulling the first one down. Now it is their chance to go on offense.
What do they do here? Do they go for a hit of A right away? I actually thought that they would, and that's exactly what's going to be brought out. They won't hesitate like we saw the plays earlier from Vitality going for a late push. This one's going to be an all-out assault. It seems, and TK are totally ready for it. They've already got 2 players stacked in your middle map. You've got the player cabin cover. This is a perfect blind counter from TK, a flawless round to tie it 1-1.
Just a solid read. Very solid read coming in from TK. And, you know, I already said it after the first round. They are playing very well. Oof. Even though that it's 1-1 right now, I actually think TK is just playing even better than we could have expected them to play. Looks like they're starting to run circles around Mindfreak.
Well, we are tied up 1-1 now. Moving into our next round, what does TK adjust now on offense? They threw the nades early. No one was there to eat the nades from Mindfreak, which gave them the cover at top ruins. I'm wondering, oh, TK, no one picking up the bomb. Yeah, now they're going to have to send someone back. That is not ideal. I can tell you that was not done on purpose. Nades already coming on in. First 2 kills for Mindfreak, and I think that kind of sums up the issues we've seen coming up as of late in search of a sway for TK.
Yeah, really surprising, though. You know, I was just kind of swooning over them, saying that they were playing really well, and then a pretty easy mistake does come in. Shock's now going to be moving around the back here. He is going to be found easily by Kenny. Kenny playing really well in this round 3-1. He is going to be the carrier as well, starting to get close to streaks.
Yeah, the fact that they've turned this round is huge for TK after getting first blooded. The first couple kills from Dens, it's now a 2v2, and again, Kenny still alive on that streak. He could end this round with score streaks if he gets these last 2 kills. Just fight a spot him on this cover. That's a no. A unique spot there. Haven't seen that used too many times from players. Accuracy wins his gunfight. TK from a 2v4 to a 2v0 as they win the round.
And all of a sudden, Kenny becoming very dangerous here. Just 1 kill away from streaks at the end of that round. Could be big for them moving forward, and that's going to be 2 rounds in a row in favor of TK.
Wow, I did not expect that to happen, especially with how that round started, but brilliant recovery. TK now with the advantage. Mindfreak, they went for the offensive play last time and basically got smoked. Will they do the same here? I doubt it, but we will see. Off the break, they'll grab the bomb and, yes, go right towards B. With how badly that went last time, I did not expect him to go to A again.
Yeah, but TK with a good read as well. They're going to get most of their presence known over by that B bomb site. Get some decent mid-map control as well, but 2 big kills come in from Mindfreak.
That player in mid-ruins, he got enough damage onto him that if that teammate won the gunfight to get the first blood, the assist would have been enough to at least earn him the fighter pilot. But that player peeking the corner actually gets shot in the back by Shocks. And because of that, no streaks earned from Kenny. Now, again, it's TK left in a 2v4. Can Accuracy and a teammate get it done again?
And Accuracy doing a lot more work, though, inside of the search than he was able to do on the respawn to start things off. But all of a sudden, Mindfreak looks like they should be able to win this round, and this round's going to be just huge for them if they are able to pull it down.
What are you doing, Mindfreak?
Yeah, I don't know. We talk about them not being able to
What even was that?
Now you're going to let Chino be Chino. You can't do that. I think they had that hot start, but if they can't finish this series...
What did I even just watch? You know both players are ruins. Keep someone by Bell. Watch the push. You have the bomb planted for you on that area. Why are you sitting in the most obvious places, not even shoulder peeking? That, again, that's just an example of rounds that are abysmal for Mindfreak that have plagued them throughout their Pro League time. Listen, I'm going to go Savage Jack before I leave. I'll make sure I'll bring up what was stupid, and that right there was one of the dumbest things I've seen so far.
It's actually dumber than my outfit, and that doesn't happen very often.
And half the things you've said this cast. 2 versus 2 because of the team kill coming in from Team Kaliber. Chino spotted 1 in middle map. Accuracy continuing to be the man keeping TK in this one. It was Accuracy and Chino in the 2v4 last time, now a 2v2. And they're going to get streaks off this.
In the last round, yeah. You commend Mindfreak for shutting down Kenny. He's not able to get his streaks, but they just hand him to accuracy. Accuracy now easily going to be able to get those streaks. And this should be around in favor of TK. TK looking to close this one out.
10 points of a mortar strike as well. Gets perfect timing as he backs it up. And look at this. Hey, they know they have the bomb planted for him at back bell. It's like TK go there because they know it's a very good position to sit in. Glide bomb being used. Last player now pinned. This will be a round win for TK to put them up 4-1.
Den's trying to get a kill here, but you can see accuracy should be able to come around and get it nice and easy.
I've got to commend TK for how they've turned some of these rounds. You know, they haven't had perfect starts, even a team kill in that one, but they have capitalized on Mindfreak's mistakes, even using the glide bomb there. Here's the thing, he's 10 points away. Getting a kill with the glide bomb would have earned him the mortar strike anyway. It's a perfect use there. Even if he doesn't get a kill, he forces one of the players to push in towards Bell, which is a free engagement victory. TK making all the right moves, even when they're at a disadvantage, and that's why they're up 4-1 in this game.
You know, one of the big things with being a caster is you always kind of have to have that balance of commending a team for playing really well and also calling a team out for when they play very poorly. And right now, it's really both, and they're going hand in hand. I think every single mistake, like you said, Mindfreak has made, Team Kaliber just uses that to their full advantage and converts it into a round.
That was another perfect round from Team Kaliber. Every cross being watched, everyone having each other's back. If you go watch a minimap in that round, you watch as Mindfreak has a chance for a kill, but then another teammate from TK spots a player and protects his teammate.
So we knew that this was a series that had potential to go to a Game 5. I don't think I expected it to go to a Game 5 in this fashion.
There's certain rounds, right, that happen in certain moments of the series that you go, okay, now that team's woken up. And once TK had the 2v4, you're looking at them going, okay, this team's now woken up. And they've got streaks still to use. You've got accuracy now at 6-2. Okay, a collateral from Kenny. Again, it's like everything that can go right for TK is three now from Kenny. How about the ace, my friend? Go ahead, run into him, Fighter. Do it. Oh, okay, he doesn't scope in time. Either way, GG, TK, mock Mindfreak after one of the worst played rounds I have seen in the CWL Pro League.
So you say that there's a clear moment where you can see that a team has woken up. There's also a clear moment when you can see that a team has fallen asleep, and that's when Kenny's just able to collat you like that.
Yeah, and again, Mindfreak, great stuff on that first hard point. You need to win the maps after. And right there, they do lose that. So in the set, capture the flag. When we come back, more CWL Pro League action. What are we going to get something in the middle? What are we going to get here and capture the flag? I'll wait and see. But Rich, we now have a series on our hands. We're guaranteed that London Docks hard point. We will go back to Arden Forest though for CTF.
Just look at this scoreboard. This really isn't what we expected to see. A complete blowout in the first game, a complete blowout in the second one, and now, like you said, we might just see something in the middle coming in on the third one, and I'd love to see that.
Oh, it's Arden Forest CTF. We're guaranteed 15 minutes long of gameplay
every time
with overtime and a close game.
I think the curse only applies to Maven though. I think every time Maven's
now go to one of the great major CWL events of the year as we get ready for map 3. TK, what will we see from them here? Let's follow. Push-up theory, but he was immediately killed off by Shocks. Pinch now from Fighter. There's that sneaky play you mentioned. Smoke on the flag as well. Not a perfect smoke. But it looks like it's done the job. He's gotten into bunker, but there's still one player pitching fire. They don't pick up Kenny. And just like that, the push has been stopped.
Yeah, it should be an easy return here, and it's going to be just that. They're going to be able to get that kill when he needs it the most. But overall, good play from Mindfreak. Miss one detail. If you don't cross that T and dot that I, it very easily does turn into a return. A relatively fragile strategy, but now you can see all of the map control going to go the way of TK.
TK. The typical setup you have, 1 goes towards cabin, 1 holds middle, and 2 play ruins. Unfortunately for them, no kills to follow, and just like that, look at how this collapse is setting on in. 3 dead, Chino last alive. He's chasing his player field, which should slow this push for a moment. There you go. He's forced the players to rotate back, so that play from Chino gives his team a chance to breathe right off spawn.
Yeah, and now Mindfreak just needs to be patient. You see Buzzo going to lose his gunfight in Cave. That's 2 gunfights that are going to be lost in Cave for Mindfreak. Now all of a sudden Team Kaliber gets not only a breather, but a chance to maybe push up just a little bit more. A nice gunfight comes in for Fida, but he's going to be taken out by that nade.
Accuracy at that power position now, so this is the first piece of the puzzle. You have your player at cabin wall. He can just sit here all day and win these gunfights. Now you need someone to develop pressure in middle. Once they know middle's clear, the other 2 at ruins begin to push up. You see Chino here alongside Theory. If they get this entry kill, you're going to see Accuracy then begin to push forward. When Accuracy pushes forward, here he goes. This is how you begin the offensive play. Will he check close? He does, wins the gunfight, and now's TK's chance.
That was absolutely huge, and I was about to say Accuracy is kind of the guy I'm keeping my eyes on right now. On a 4 right now, he might be able to get streaks off of this, and he was kind of the guy who was asleep in that first map. Now he's going to be hanging out there by Rock, trying to get a good eye line, might be able to wrap around back to the flag, sees fight, and not going to be able to win that gunfight. But overall, Accuracy just stepping up in a big way here.
The difference there between a cap and no cap is the gunfight victories for Shox that came in at Ruins. If Shox loses that first gunfight, or either one of those really, it's a much better chance for TK to make something happen. 2.5 minutes, halfway through side 1. And it's still a 0-0 game. As we're watching Kenny just try to hold and see what his teammates can develop on the other lanes. He's in an awkward position now as he's pinned inside Cave.
Big thing to note, too, the most aggressive play that we've really seen from Mindfreak was the one off the rip until now.
This will be a pull from both sides.
Easy pull, yeah, and the counter pull going to come in from Chino right now. Chino definitely has a lot less help coming in here. Now his team finally going to be respawning just in the nick of time. You can see right now who is going to challenge first. Getting some good mid-map controls going to be Mindfreak.
Ooh, Buzzo trying to stay alive. He's been hit right in the face by that stun. Wait, okay, Dens did have that firewall cover. I was wondering how that just happened. Now a 4 versus 2 for Mindfreak.
You can see Shox right now trying to find someone hanging out all the way in the back.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think it is either. And you can see Shox still peeking out here, not finding anything just as of yet. This is something that we see quite a bit on this map as well, Jack. And the stalemate tends to happen. What usually causes it to break?
I casted a 5.5 minute long stalemate.
Well, what causes stalemate to break typically, though, on this map? What are we looking for players to do here?
To be honest, it rarely happens if there's no streaks, but for this one, here's your example. A 1v1 gunfight with the flag. That's what makes it possible. There's the kill and the dive and the return. So you're asking, what is the difference? It's making sure you can get a 1 versus 1. And there's the opportunity. Accuracy push towards the back bunker area to watch kind of the flag side. But they didn't have anyone covering middle that well because of that line. Now gets the capture and they're up 1-0.
And they're going to get streaks off of it as well. So not only are they going to be up by 1 here in the first round, but they are also going to have those streaks to work with a little bit later on. They also are going to get a whole bunch of pressure going here as they push up right along that lane. But the gunfight's going to go the way of TK. They're not going to be able to get 2 waves of kills here. Shox, though, still lighting people up. Able to get 2 here. Shox 9-4 right now. He's still very much on fire.
And I think that's going to change how Mindfreak play these last moments. That instead of them kind of turtling up and just playing defense, Shox getting 3 kills here might give them one last chance. Yeah, look, they're going to actually invest a streak in this. Mindfreak want a second capture. They're going to force the extra time. Shox getting those kills just completely changed his team from getting aggressive to playing defense there. Now they're going 1 minute of extra time. They've got 1 kill they need to get. There it is on the accuracy. Mindfreak will have a 2-0 capture lead going into the second half.
Absolutely beautiful and good play by them, just being very dynamic. They see that there is that opening there off of the 2-piece that he initially gets, and you can see him smiling there for just a brief second.
Here it is.
Really nice kills come in. You got to be able to call in those streaks. And they do it there, and now they are going to be up by a substantial amount for this map.
If Shox dies there, right, everyone from his team is coming off spawn. There's 20 seconds left, and they're just going, hey, we're going to the half up 1-0. Instead, They invest a streak, go all out for it. It works. I love that play call from Mindfreak. They don't shy away from it. And they're outslaying TK right now. But they were on the preferred side in the first half. We'll see how that plays against them, if it does, in the second half of this game.
See pretty much a stalemate there. Trades coming in. Both teams not wanting to get too aggressive. Theory is going to be the one who does try to push up just a little bit, and he's going to be chopped down by Dens. Nice and easy. Still up by 2 is going to be Mindfreak into this round. You can see TK playing it nice and slow, waiting for their man to respawn.
That nade from Kenny actually misses Dens. Yeah, I thought that was going to work out for Dens as he didn't get tagged by that nade. Kenny thinks there's no one there. Runs right into his gun. 1 minute into this side. About to be, and it will still be a 2-0 lead for Mindfreak. TK trying to push up field, but they have no smoke cover, but somehow Theory's made it all the way to bunker.
Yeah, both teams at the beginning, they're playing it very slow. Mindfreak trying to turtle up as Team Kaliber has kind of coiled up, jumping on him like a spring.
Here comes their chance now. 4 versus 2 in the base. They've got to get these kills quick before the rest come off spawn. Dens with 1. Still 2 players here. It's Shocks and Dens try to hold this push. Dens now dead. Shocks the final hope. Will he be able to get this flag pulled? Dens with 1. Fight it with another. Just like that. Kenny all by himself.
Now, if Shocks, though, if he's able to play like this throughout respawns, Mindfreak is looking like they really do have a good chance here. Can't count Team Kaliber out of the CTF at all, not by any means. Shocks going to be the one here once again, pushing up by himself in this lane. 1v1 gunfight. Looks like first one to open up there is going to be none other than Theory. Shocks, though, returns fire. This gunfight's still going on.
And let's just quickly recap while we're kind of waiting to see plays develop here. Mindfreak with a couple kills, but let's recap what TK have done in the second half of Division A. They have, what, 2 3-0 losses, 2 Game 5s series, and now here versus Mindfreak, they're 3 minutes away from being down 2-1 to where even if they win this series again, it's got to be another crazy Game 5 if they want to take it.
Yeah, I mean, they were that team that was the team that every time they went to a Game 5, they were going to be able to win. But that always brought up the question, what was causing them to go to so many Game 5s? You know, most of the time it was not Mindfreak causing them to go to Game 5s. But Mindfreak, they have already proven a few times that they do have the potential to do it. Proven that they have the potential to win here as well. Fighter going to be able to pick up a nice, easy kill. We can see Mindfreak's push was just cut down by Team Kaliber. Now Team Kaliber can get a little bit aggressive here as well, trying to get this mid-map control. Accuracy going to be able to pick up that kill.
Shocks has his hands full. This should be a pull for TK. Will Dens catch them off guard and fire? Accuracy is here. Accuracy gets it. And now the question is, do we see streaks used? 1 nade hits, but does not finish the kill. And honestly, if you're Mindfreak here, I do not think you use a streak. This is a perfect cap from TK, and they've got everyone else in position. That means that they have full peace of mind knowing everyone from Mindfreak is in their base. They've got all the map control they can want. Now with 2 minutes left, they're only down by 1.
I mean, the thing is, like you said, they only need 1 wave of kills here to tie up this game. That is the best position that they could possibly be in. Mindfreak trying to turtle up. They do have that bunker to do it with. Theory letting out a couple of shots here, but Den's ultimately going to come out on top. Big round of kills coming in for Mindfreak.
Accuracy did everything he could right there. That 6th streak in bunker alone might have been, or it was almost the kind of game-changing play to give TK back-to-back caps. Instead, they will have a minute and a half to go for that second capture to even just try to force OT. Accuracy will be the one to have to cover his base. Kenny's 5 and 14. 1/4 of the kills of Accuracy.
Kenny did what he needed to do in that S&D, getting that play of the game. But now, definitely want to see a little bit more out of him inside of this CTF.
Here's his chance. This is brilliant. He's stuck behind 1. 2 kills for TK. You see Shocks all by himself on the outside field. He'll get swarmed. TK now off to the races, but on the other side of the map, the flag has been pulled by Dens. We might have ourselves a stalemate. He's been hit by the nade. He's got to stay alive. Buzzo watching over, perfectly done. The kill on the opposite side. Will they trade Kenny? Yes, they will. And with 45 seconds left, the clock is against TK here.
You know, almost every time we see someone try to crawl around that way, try to get that sneaky pickup, there is that counter pull.
Don't forget the extra time as well. How that'll play into things. Fighter pilot being used. Gunfight won by Fighter. He can wind up making a play off of this. You don't expect him to have Mountain. Yes, they do. TK have Mountain. Players getting tagged. Doesn't finish either of them.
Heads up play by TK. Heads up play by TK. But Dens and Fighter going to be able to get 2 nice kills here. Is going to be up to Kenny.
There's time. But now, kind of the question that pops in the head is, does TK have to kind of run forward with the flag and four-man challenge, try to make something happen. In this minute of extra time, Fighter Pilot now being used. Shocks with another entry kill. They found Theory. There's the kill. Will he get the return? He's got one more player to beat. Chino wins the gunfight. Really surprised he's not aimed in there as he's crossing. As you can see, he had intentions to try to look for that challenge. He knew he couldn't sprint for it. Kenny now pushed up. 42 seconds remaining. There's the first kill, but no, there's way too much help. Again, what keeps happening is the players overextending from Mindfreak keep getting these kills to force TK to put more resources here. Theory wins a big one-on-one. The artillery won't do much.
Every time that it comes down to that gunfight where you just need to see Mindfreak win one to get the counter, they're not able to do it. And now all of a sudden it looks like TK may be able to take
both players stunned. Will they get the cross there in time? Fighter off spawn gets one. They've spotted Kenny as well. Kenny can't win it. GG, folks. And you see Theory just spraying the ground. He knows this one is done. Mindfreak will go up 2-1 against TK in this best of 5.
Now the question is, after we saw that last hardpoint, do you think that that signals at all what we were going to see in the next one? Or do you think that that really came down to just, I mean, hey, that map maybe was good for them?
Mindfreak's best map at hardpoint for me is absolutely St. Marie de Mont. They got that best map. They showed how good they can be at it. It helps me if Shocks go on an 18 streak where he doubles up on score streaks. But what I can tell you is when you saw them earn so many streaks and how impactful it was, where it did not matter how early TK rotated. When you've got 8 streaks to use, you're going to break any hard point you need to, especially on St. Marie. Not as useful on London Docks. TK have more chances to play scrappy, how they like to play. Yes, we've seen Mindfreak play that way.
Be a better second map for Mindfreak, really. But if you have to pick a team going into this map, you probably do pick TK, and then it goes down to S&D, and you already saw how well TK really did play inside of that S&D. Mindfreak can show up here, though. I almost want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to see if they can do it. I mean, this is a team that's just been slept on throughout the entire league. We've seen a huge amount of improvement from them, but TK needs to step up here.
Here's what I'll say. TK, especially TK fans, even if they do lose this match, you are very, very happy with the kind of double round robin division setup saving you from the first half, right, of Division A. Because TK do not look like a playoff caliber team right now from what we've seen from them this past week and a half. Wondering if they can bring things around here to win another series in a Game 5, but Mindfreak, you can't give TK a chance here, right? Do not even let them go to that Game 5. Clutch up here if you're Mindfreak. Finally close out a series if you're Mindfreak. Just do it. Just get it done right now.
Yeah, I totally agree. I will say, though, looking down the line for TK when we actually get to Atlanta, that's a huge test for me. When we get to Atlanta, seeing how they actually do perform there. Are they just a team that's going to be lights out every time we get to one of these open tournaments? I expect them to look better when we actually do get to Atlanta than they have inside
I wouldn't
the
be
league.
surprised. I think for some reason, we hear people mention, and I guess I'll bring this to like scrims, right? Is we hear people mention like, well, why don't you guys go 100% in scrims? It's just like, well, people just can't. It's not an event. It's online. They're not in the tournament element. I don't know. Maybe for some reason TK have a mental block and they can't get themselves in top, form unless they're at one of those major global events, and they can't close out maps and clutch up like they do unless they're in that area. Remember, Atlanta will be TK home turf. They've got all their YouTubers coming on out. I'm sure Marble the Dog will be there as well as we get into things. London Docks Hardpoint Game 4, TK versus Mindfreak. TK on the verge of another tough series already, in a tough series, but on the verge of another loss. Will Mindfreak close it out? History would say no, but with a struggling TK team you mentioned, Mindfreak on the come up, TK on the downfall, maybe it's a perfect storm here for them to do it.
I think TK, though, it really does need to prove that they're not on the downfall. This isn't necessarily the only match that they need to win to prove that. But like we already said, Atlanta does have a lot of hopes for this team. They've already shown in the past that they are the team to beat when it comes to an open tournament. We've already seen the difference in energy levels that someone like Lamar can bring, someone like Accuracy can actually bring at those events. The question is, Mindfreak right now, will they be able to close it out here after the incredible performance we saw on them on the first hardpoint of this series? Map, though, is most likely going to be in favor of TK. Jack already hinted at it pretty well. This is a map where TK's scrappy playstyle really can pay dividends.
Here we go, game number 4. Following Accuracy off the break, he needs to be the saving grace for TK here. He'll challenge right towards Dens. The nade actually misses. He was too short from Dens. He'll have to back on up, so accuracy getting the advantage off the break. He'll be able to hold this angle. Double peek. And there's the kill. Mindfreak getting the first second on the board.
Mindfreak going to get a few seconds here. Nice contest heavy hill, so TK should be able to challenge relatively quickly. But once again, gunfight going to go the way of Dens. Dens with 2. Dens heating up 3-0 right now. Another great start from Mindfreak.
TK trying to clear them on out. Mindfreak with the spawns for the next hill, but they're going to try to contest for these last 28 seconds. Nice 1v1 victories. Again, so for both of these teams, we have seen on this map before when the slang isn't too far against them, they can keep the game scrappy and close, right? It's what TK's best at. Mindfreak have a similar play style here. The question for me is, can Mindfreak use that scrappy play style to their advantage to kind of counter TK and take this map?
I think that's what they're trying to do there. Once again, we're going to see Shox able to get some nice kills there as well. I mean, slaying really well is going to be Mindfreak here. But they challenged that contest heavy hill with only 20 seconds left, right? They are kind of playing that TK playstyle that's just won them so many series.
And look, you know, getting the rotation right there, the spawns aren't the worry. It's not letting TK do this, which is get an immediate break. And nice job right there by Buzzo to pick up 2. He plays like a slasher type role where he falls back to this building people call useless and stay alive there. Force the players to challenge instead of going towards the hill. TK looking for the break, and again, how TK would this be right now, where you have no setup at all, and you go for the final 25 seconds and get the scrap. Will Theory's 2-piece make it happen? This would earn him the mortar strike and all the streaks. Shox has to back up, and even there, with a not good rotation, with nothing really to show for it, TK wind up having the lead going into our third hill.
Yeah, they get the lead by 1 second, and this is exactly what we were talking about. They go for that scrap every time. Mindfreak, of course, is going to be able to set up here nice and early. But TK's strategy already starting to work for them.
Yep. And now you see Theory 1 kill off these streaks. 45 to 44 the score. Kenny with the first challenge in the hard point. Theory just watching middle map, trying to play slow for these streaks. He looks like he will have to get aggressive.
Of course, Mindfreak does get there nice and early, even though TK does get that scrap time. It's somewhat of a bloodbath to start things off inside of Doc's warehouse, and all of a sudden TK may be able to take
TK did this better than anyone, and that's contest lower docks, know when to push forward. They always contest and then have someone pinch from middle map to force a gunfight like that. Now they can flood through lower. They're fantastic at this lower docks hill. But 2 pieces like that, to when TK were winning, you know, back-to-back global opens, that wasn't happening, right? TK were getting those clutch kills. You know, Kenny wasn't having certain moments that just looked so poorly for him. Chino, he's tweeted about it. It's happening again. He's 2-9 right now, an abysmal start for him.
Definitely a rough start. I will say, though, a lot of people going into this series saying that they did expect it to be a 3-0. This is closer to the team Kaliber that had the chance to 3-0 Mindfreak than what we saw in that first map. This one is working out for them, but all of a sudden Mindfreak has been just playing the strategy that makes team Kaliber so effective on this map. They're going for the scrap time as well. And oh man, history. You remember Chino getting that beautiful wall bang. Now it's going to be Dens to steal that play right out of his book. And all of a sudden, it's nothing but Mindfreak inside of this hill, and it's going to be streaks as well.
Streaks earned by Dens. Shox trying to do the same. They know he's in this lower docks area. Accuracy going to challenge. He's going to get shot in the back. Nice job by TK to pick him up. We'll be close to a full 60 now for Mindfreak, but again, the rotation will be the key moment now.
TK with about as many points here on the scoreboard as they were able to grab in the entirety of the last hard point. Looking to come alive a little bit more here inside of Doc's crane.
Will he block the spawn? No, I was wondering if Fighter was going to get close enough to block the spawn. Now he'll just kill accuracy right away. He's got to get this box cover. Just get in the box cover. Don't challenge that fight yet. You know they're going to look for you. It's their #1 priority.
And now they got the spawns back. TK going to be able to just flood back into Doc's crane consistently without problem.
But here's the thing. Just like TK, their #1 goal here, it's not even to build on their lead if you're Mindfreak. It's to stop TK from coming back. And that's how TK like to play. It's what Mindfreak are now trying to do. You can see at this point they've given up going for the spawns as expected. Now it's just nade the front, keep TK out of the hard point. And actually, Mindfreak will get the scrap time. They will end the first rotation with having double TK's points.
Yeah, full control for that scrap time as well. And it's clear that Mindfreak did their homework. They watched their VOD. They are ready to play against TK right now. TK able to grab 10 seconds on Doc's crane. for a hill that it looked like they were going to be able to grab 20, maybe 30 seconds on. And now all of a sudden, we're resetting our rotation.
ARs of Mindfreak doing better right now than that of TK. 135 to 60 to score. See, again, that game clock getting down to about 3 minutes now, still with more than enough on it, but something to keep in mind as this map goes on. Statue currently in control of Team Kaliber with those couple entries. Again, what are Mindfreak doing? They're just trying to keep TK out of the hill. I think doing just that right now with the nades.
The thing to remember, too, is when we were on the obviously very different maps, but TK was getting most of their time against Mindfreak on those contest-heavy middle hills. The first hill of the map last time that we saw them on Hardpoint. It looks like they're going to be able to do the same thing again. Team Kaliber starting to rack up quite a few points, trying to at least break 100 this time around. But keep in mind, if Mindfreak takes London Docks, they take this series against one of the teams that's just considered the best in the world to start things off.
So off this glide bomb, they're going to force the players out of position. Now they've got a 1v3 for Dens. Dens only able to get one before he is cleaned on up. That's a great start to this rotation for TK. Now they need to get the break right away. Don't give Mindfreak too much time on this hard point. It looks like that's might be exactly what will happen here unless Buzzo and crew can make something happen. Fight it with one. They'll back up Kenny. And here we go. Back to that scrappy play style.
They need to go for this scrappy play style if they hope to win, but Den's getting a two-piece is going to mitigate that pressure. Nice and easy fight against a gunfight that you don't expect him to win either. And now Mindfreak, they have held. Fight is still going. Finally going to get cut down. His interaction's been absolutely just through the roof this game. Every time we jump on board with a player of Mindfreak, they're getting two pieces.
I'm hearing Mindfreak get louder and louder now with their call-outs. A beautiful three-piece from Fury will at least stop the bleeding for the second. This is the key rotation of the map for me right now, Rich. You've got two players trying to hold off all of Mindfreak at this new hill. So far, they've got the first couple kills. They will add in another. They've got help from Chino now. So far on this hill, it's been very, very scrappy. Not sure why Shocks would ever stand there. That's just a free kill, and TK now win the rotation because of it.
This is brutal, too, because you had already seen Mindfreak being very scrappy, playing like TK likes to play on this map, but all of a sudden they back off the last 18 seconds of that hill to try to get control here in Doc's Warehouse. They invest everything. They put all of their eggs in that basket. They're not able to grab the hill. Now the hill going to be under contest. Two players for each side there. Now looking for mid-map control. This gunfight going to go the way of Team Kaliber. This is going to allow accuracy to stop players from getting to this hill, and now Team Kaliber breaks that 100-point mark, and they are starting to catch up to Mindfreak, but they still have a long way to go, Jack.
You are Mindfreak. You do not care about getting time right now. You care about just contesting. Fida did what he could. You saw one player from Mindfreak get way too aggressive. He challenged forward and died because of it. And now that lead that was about, what, 75 plus seconds for Mindfreak, going to be down to just about 30 at the end of this hill. This, again, the rotation for TK. Will it work out in their favor this time?
Mindfreak, though, switching what was working for them. They were playing so scrappy. Now they can see the victory in their sight. Now, are they going to have that problem of not being able to close like they have in the past? They're getting these OEs in a lot earlier. This time, it seems like it is going to work in their favor. They are set up into barrel. Accuracy going to go for that lurking play. Chino runs right in.
They need to kill accuracy right now. They should have a quick trade. There it is from Buzzo. And now they just need to hold the front door. If you are Mindfreak, trades going in favor of MF for the moment again. Scrappy play from TK. Just getting bodies in the front, not giving Mindfreak any time. 50-second difference right now between these two teams. Slight kill advantage now to Mindfreak, a 1-minute difference. Still a fighter pilot available for Dens if they need to use it on the rotation, and that's now key. If they get these last 20 seconds, it will put them above that 200-second mark, Rich.
It looks like they should be able to crack 200 here as well. Barrel should be enough for them to do it. Yeah, no contest going to be able to come in time, and now you can see Mindfreak doing just that. 200 points up.
Okay, now the rotation coming in. Buzzo's going to be the one overextending for these spawns. When do they use the fighter pilot? Look at how far pushed up TK are. First kill for Mindfreak, second kill for MF, and now Mindfreak, no, everyone's going to be in the back. Watch this fighter pilot. They're going to spot everyone going in towards fire. They're going to force players out of power positions, which lets Buzzo get here, shoot the players in the back. They do at least get one. They still keep the close spawn, which for me,
Buzzo,
that's going to help.
But yeah, Buzzo steps up a little bit too far. Relatively sensitive spawn. He's not going to be able to block it. So you actually do see Team Kaliber able to just jump right out of there, get a few easy shots in, and still there is going to be one menace left, and that menace is going to be none other than accuracy. He's finally cut down. Mindfreak has gotten the spawns. They lose a few seconds, but all in all, they win this one.
Full streaks earned by Dens there as well. They have the tools they need to close the map out here. Mindfreak, do not give TK a chance. Again, what are they doing? They're playing scrappy just like TK would. They push the last 10 seconds of scrap time. They're going to use the streaks to break. This is the equivalent, Rich, of fighting fire with fire, and right now, Mindfreak are doing the better job.
Their two weakest hills were the ones where they didn't play scrappy, and they adapt back to that play style. Really is working out for them. They can close it on Statue. Statue in this series has been pretty good for Team Kaliber. Team Kaliber getting that early pressure there, but it looks like Mindfreak is on the verge of taking down TK.
And that's an example of where streaks can be just so annoying. They drop the artillery on the hard point. They have no one near the hill. But they say, you know what, just drop the streak. It's going to keep forcing TK out of the hard point. Still an 80-second difference. And Rich, remember that game clock I mentioned? Well, now it's down to just 55 seconds. And with how scrappy this game has been, with TK down by 80, that is something to keep in mind now. That is something to absolutely watch. They have to come back by so much. If this continues to be contested, it might not be the 250 that wins Mindfreak the game. It might be the game clock itself.
Okay, that is a thing to note. I mean, with how contest heavy it really has been, that clock going to be ticking much more than you expect it to be.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, though, Mindfreak is going to be able to get to this hill. They may be able to close it out here, not even having to use the game clock.
Wow.
You can see right now the kill's going to go in their favor as well, and it looks like Mindfreak's going to be able to do this in all-star fashion. Fighter looking to just close out any pressure.
And now it's desperation.
Able to do that.
Fighter
you know
pilot.
Call them on in.
Calling in the streaks now. They know where the players are coming from. 243 to 163. Many people thought this would be a 3-0 for TK. That is not the case. Mindfreak win the series 3-1.
Look how they do it as well. I mean, on hardpoint, just looking out of control, able to shut down TK. You gotta give it to TK, though. They looked like a completely different team in search.
I thought TK would take that London Docks. But you know what, man? Mindfreak, they impressed me by them playing to